So we're here today on our first of 3 races that we are organizing, which is specifically designed for Marconi and gaff rigged schooners of a certain size. So we wanted to do something which was slightly different or off the beaten track, do something which is a bit more, if you want, tailor-made for how schooners are on the water. So big reaches and a slightly different course than what you typically find in other classic regattas.
Such a great opportunity to see all these schooner racing together, and that's what we're here for. To race together, to have fun, and hopefully it's going to be something really special, and we are all excited about that.
This is the first time a schooner-specific design cup was organized. So we have Puritan, Mariette, Elena of London unfortunately couldn't reach us at the very end, and Naema and Orianda, but we had great interest from all the other ones, Orion, and even 3-masted schooners like Atlantique. As momentum will build up, we'll be able to have an amazing spectacle and people having fun.
So we produce our own gin. It's called Downton Gin because it's produced in Downton, and it's called Explorers Gin because we have been inspired by the heritage of the house where we produce the gin, which was the house of Sir Walter Raleigh. The Queen Elizabeth I came to the house and gave the royal charge to Sir Walter Raleigh to go and explore America, and that's why it's called Explorers Gin. And now we are here in Capri sponsoring our gin corner. I have been personally sailing in Orianda a few times, and we absolutely love the experience of being in such a special environment.
We've created a volunteer program focusing on young people coming from a hard background, and we take them on and we put them in a four-peak and we give them a watch system and we start them and teach them sanding and cleaning, and then we work them into trade, from engineering to the leatherwork to the woodwork. We try and teach all of it, and we work the boat around what we would consider the typical bosun's locker, dating back to early 16th century, really.
Certainly cuts up my hands, that's for sure, because I was doing all the new leathers and restitching the blocks. It's fairly awkward,
I've always worked on boats where we've taken on young guys and trained them, but this was a bit special because when I put the advert out to look for people, we thought we were going to get maybe 50 CVs, and I ended up with 3,000.
Came out here about a week later, and so I was there for most of the winter.
It's been really the most incredible experience ever. I normally work on motor yachts, and when they told me I could come work on a sailboat, I was like, didn't really know what I was getting myself into. I don't know, I've really enjoyed every minute of it. And Capri's, I mean, look around.
It made your heart glow watching them work, watching their enthusiasm, watching them come to face with the problems that I came to when I was learning, and well, still am learning, but as you come up through the ranks, you know, and you watch them all do it, but they've done it with so much passion.
Should be a good summer racing on board, and it's definitely a lot of fun, because before this I'd only done small little dinghies, and so now on this big thing, it's amazing.
I've done blacksmithing, I've done woodwork, I've done leatherwork. I feel at the moment leatherwork is what I'm sticking with because it's a very rewarding job. It's very satisfying when things look very nice and shiny. If you're gonna ask me the most important tool in my kit, that would be the marling spike. I can sacrifice my knife any day, but the marling spike is absolutely the most important tool that any sailor could ever have.
Okay, the original plan is to try, with the permission obviously of the weather condition, is to have a fleet race today, tomorrow, possibly have an anchored starting like 1851 America's Cup, even if we are a bit far from the Isle of Wight, we would like to try. And on the 4th day, based on the result of the first 3 days, try to have a such of staggered start. Okay, that is the dream.
These boats are a piece of history, and the reason why we're doing the International Schooner Association is because we know that there is such a number of skills and know-how that risk to be lost if you don't put the focus that they deserve. In a way, you know that you're here to save everything for the next to come. We all know that whatever is modern, it's not going to be modern forever, but what is classic will stay classic forever. And that's the main difference. That's why this boat will be alive, even when we're not here anymore.
I grew up on sailing ships, and when I married my husband Bill, we were in yacht restoration, and we found Puritan up the Miami River in Florida. That was in 1972, and we rebuilt her, spending 6 months doing the job with 21,000 man-hours. Sailed her up and down the East Coast of Nova Scotia, New England, and we sold her to Oscar Smith. And they came over to England, and I was very fortunate when Thomas bought the vessel, contacted me and says, hey, come on over and have a sail with us. And I was so appreciative that I was able to do that. My husband had passed, so it was like having a rejuvenation of life, getting aboard the vessel that was now so beautifully restored, and she's just in mint shape. It's just wonderful.
I don't need a ratchet.
My name's Charlie Rowe, captain of the yacht Mariette at Harrishoff schooner built in 1915. You know, racing a boat like this is exciting, challenging. It's quite difficult to get it right, to get all the sort of different things in place. So when you do a good job, it's ultimately very satisfying. It was an amazing day sailing. You know, we had an absolutely amazing race with Naema. It's amazing fun to be essentially match racing with a boat with such a similar performance. So I think we're a little bit faster than them upwind, and I think they're a little bit faster than us downwind. So that makes for interesting racing. Well, today, you know, hope to get a good result. We messed up at the end of the race yesterday, so obviously go out there and sail well and get a good result. Knowledgeable and experienced and worked on the boat before and stuff, and so you can rely on them. Today we were able to sort of jump around and sort of do sort of dynamic sort of crew work. Today, if the wind stays like this, it's going to have to be a bit more methodical. The thing with this breeze is that it's supposed to blow through. Every forecast I've seen is like by sort of 12, 1 o'clock, the breeze is moderating, so it could just be that this lump of wind here is like the end of the flow. We do have friends who come race with us who aren't necessarily so experienced, So yeah, that can be, you know, you're obviously just concerned that everyone's safe.
Yeah, no, it's okay. There's a good wind line here, all the way up. We've just got a little bit longer to go. 30 seconds. We're in good shape. Just keep going now. Aim at that spinny boat.
Plenty of wind at the beginning. You know, we weren't able to carry all our sails because of the wind strength. We got away, had a good start with Naema, and then upwind we just sort of had that edge on them, so we kind of gained on the windward leg, and then after that it was a nice sail around Capri, but we had a lead and we were able to maintain it, and so carried that through. Definitely easier going when it's like 10 to 14 knots of breeze, just a little less stressful. So yeah, tomorrow, yeah,
to have here Mariette, Puritan, Orianda, and Naema is fantastic. Unfortunately for Helena,
Yes, of course.
we love to have this kind of boat, and we hope try next year again, and probably more boat.
Sailing is an absolute pleasure. Yeah? It's probably one of the most complex riggings in the world with these schooner gaff rigged schooners. But we have an amazing crew, and that's the key factor. It's been a real pleasure to be here, and we had 2 lovely days on the water. One a rather light day, going up to 15 knots, and then yesterday a more of a windy day, which was a little bit more challenging for the boat and crew. It's been really great. I'm looking forward for this 3rd day of racing.
We're here at the starting area. We're going to take off, hitch up on the coast, decide how far, see where the Mariette goes. But we're basically tacking upwind down to Victor, so down to the same corner we've sailed to every morning. So down here we're starboard, down here we're starboard, down up, back up at the starting pin. We go port rounding and down towards the finish line. We have a few new people on board, but most of the people here, I think, to believe, have been with us from the beginning since we started doing regattas. I'm really happy that we managed to get such professionals on board and work as a team. It's very deep water all around Capri, which is obviously very nice, so we can sail very close onto the shore. Clear, clean water and deep. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's looking good, guys. It's looking good.
Okay, wait till leeward turn. Wait till leeward.
bit of a heated moment on the windward mark. That part was a fantastic race and fantastic teamwork. Absolutely fantastic teamwork, which made our day.
Today was light breeze, so we had a lot of technical issues. Plus, it's really tight competition with Mariette, so when the boats are really close, it gets kind of mixed up, you know. But we had a fantastic day, really good. And then take your line all the way out and then reread.
Okay.
We had a lovely smashing day. I was backstay a few times just helping, and I tail, or we have some electric winches, and I have the button pusher. So the old lady can step on a button and make the sheets come in.
We had a super crew. Normally I am steering the boat, but this time Emiliano came, and so because he's a very good helmsman, so he makes regatta actually all year long.
To sail a boat like Orianda is more important to be a sailor and to have a good seamanship instead of be a true racer, a pure racer.
I've been sailing all my life pretty much, since I'm 5 years old. This is the first time I'm on a classic schooner. All my life I've seen these boats from far, no? From my own boat, sailing with friends. And the aesthetics, the beauty of these boats is incredible, ridiculous, right? Very happy to have been sailing the last few days on it. It's very impressive because you're basically using the same kind of techniques and technology that they used 90, 100 years ago. And they still sail quite fast. Pretty impressive, no? You clearly need a lot of people handling these boats, but it's been really great experience.
Le scimmie nostre le abbiamo riprese da Pulmone. Because the crew was all new, because we are just us three of the normal crew, and then the race crew were almost all people, I would say all of them, first time on Orianda. Orianda is a lot more simple than these other schooners here.
On Marga, she has been made to race in the Olympics, so you don't need to be a sailor. You need, but you need less than Orianda. Here the load is much bigger. You must value the effort that you have. In Marga, she is healing very easily, so it's a different thing.
Quindi ci entri dentro e poi riorzi.
This is your race committee standing by on 7-2.
Fantastico.
The starting order is as follows. Orianda starting at 12:10, Puritan starting at 12:20, Mariette starting at 12:47, and Naema starting at 12.
It's very challenging because every day there is something new to discover, some new challenge to make. Even just maneuvering the boat, coming back to the harbor, every day is different. Because we are at the end here, we say that we are not competitive. As soon as we are in the sea with another boat close to us,
we want to be in front.
C'ho la barca carica io adesso,
Viva la bolina! È la prima volta che lo dico in vita mia. Oh.
The race has been a very, very, very difficult race because the wind was falling and shifting very much, sometimes of 20, 30 degrees, and you need to be solid in the thinking and never give up.
That was hard as every race these 3 days because the wind was going down. Anyway, we are third, so we are very happy.
This was very thrilling and challenging, but for this little boat, she did it fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
The race was brilliant today. We've actually had such a successful week on Orianda. I've raced on her quite a bit last year, but I would say that this has been the best racing we've had. I started off as the chef aboard Orianda, and I had a wonderful season working aboard, but my real passion lies in history. And I was fortunate enough that Thomas grasped onto this, and I'm now the in-house historian for the Classic Yacht Experience. And at the moment I'm writing a history on Puritan, which has been quite the most incredible experience. And I've spent the last 5 months already digging away to find out where she was, what she did, who sailed her, and where she's been in the last 80 years.
This has been a fantastic week. It's very much lived up to expectations. This is obviously the first time it's been tried to have a pure schooner event. We're very pleased to be supporting it, the Maxi Association, so we hope it's just the start of great things to come.
What an amazing 4 days we've had, and this is what we wanted to do when we kind of got together in Cannes last year. I didn't really know it was going to pan out as it did 4 days ago when I had my introduction speech at the in Marina Grande. I believe that the third in class of the Capri Classica comes to not a well-deserved third place, but an amazing third place for the small and unappreciated Orianda. To the crew of Mariette, please come up and take your well-deserved second place. And the winners of our Florin, if you're here, you should be.